Welcome back to Romance in the Wild. This is your girl Charlie. Today we're going to do the book Hyde and Seek, book one of the Hyde series. This is by Layla Frost. Hit it!
Grab yourself a book, turn the lights down low. It's time, everybody, for Romance in the Woe.
So, Hyde and Seek by Layla Frost is book one in the Hyde series. Now, this is a book about Jake and Piper. So Miss Piper, she's 20 years old. She's going to college. She wants to start her own business because she wants to be a baker. She's going to school for it. She's been catering on the side. She's working really hard, very independent, very much her own person. And she also is very much like a rocker type person. She's got that tattoo, she's got the piercing, but she kind of has to hide it from her mom because her mom's one of those stick in the muds. You know how they are. So anyway, she goes to Hyde Garage, right? And who owns Hyde Garage? Mr. Jake. Now Jake is tattooed, he's got kind of the longer hair, he's always tied back, he's all muscles, he's all masculine and everything. And she goes in there because she wants to get her van fixed because she does it for deliveries. And that's where Jake meets her. Now again, this book, and I swear I think this month is going to be my book about, both points of view, men and women, because I love how the writers are doing that now. Love how Layla Frost did this in this series. So he sees her, and he's like 37 years old. He's older now. He's been burned, but by other women. So when he sees her, she's coming off. He's talking to all the other mechanics. He's thinking, she's for show. This isn't who she really is. Because no one can be this sweet, and she's kind of innocent, but she's also very quirky. She responds to things differently. She's not the jealous type. She's not going to go nag you and like that. She's kind of laid back and everything. So anyway, so the great thing about this series I love is that it's kind of a situation where, because, Jake works at the garage, all the mechanics are like his buds, and they all are going to have their own book. Because his best friend Cass is in book 2, which I've already finished that. I will review that in the future. It's amazing. Go out and get it, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, so Jake meets Piper, and he's kind of like trying to fill her out. Cass kind of nudges him in a way where Jake ends up responding to her, and so she's very sweet with the guy. Ends up becoming like their buddy. And Jake first doesn't get that because most women, they see a bunch of men, they're all tattooed, and they're all attractive, and they're all single. And they immediately are kind of flirting stuff, but that's not Piper. Piper wants to just be the buddy. And they all adore her, and she's making them cookies, whatever they like, and they're all going to concerts together. And I love this friendship because it's almost like a family relationship with the mechanics and Jake and everything. And then you include Piper. But in the midst of Piper's situation, she has a stalker. Now, let me tell you, I had my idea from jump about who the stalker was. I was wrong. I'm never wrong. The way Layla Frost writes this book, I was pulled in from jump because I love Piper. And, I kind of like the whole, if the woman's in danger, a man's got to come in. Did not see this coming. I was shocked. You will be too. And I don't do spoiler alert. I want you to actually read this and be like, oh my God, because it's like the ultimate betrayal. And no, don't think, it's not Jake, so don't think that. That's not what I'm saying. Because Jake is uber protective of Piper. So there's this wonderful relationship. And the thing that I love is there's this scene where this woman comes in. Of course, Jake's had other women in the past. He's 37 years old and he's a hunk, so of course. This woman comes in, she's pretty much telling Piper, you're plain, you're fat, you're ugly, he ain't gonna want to be with you. She doesn't care what this woman's saying. She's not jealous. She's not even angry. She's like, whatever. I've heard worse. Ugh, off my shoulder. I don't care. But then when the woman says something about her friends that work, the mechanics at the garage, oh my gosh, she takes care of this woman. And I love that about her because she doesn't respond like most people would. In these books, typically you can go from chapter 1 to the end and you go, okay, this is how the woman's going to do. Yeah, she's going to cry and she'll be upset and blame the man. That's not Piper. Piper is confident in herself. If you insult Piper, she doesn't care, but she's protective of her friends. And again, that just shows you how amazing that character is. I love Jake. I love how he is with her, because when he finally gets past everything and goes, okay, this is my woman, I'm gonna take care of her and protect her. And again, don't get me wrong, he's not like controlling her at all. He wants to help her accomplish her dreams. He's there for her. He's gonna listen to her. He's gonna love her. You know, whatever she needs, she's gonna tell him, and he's gonna be there for her. I love the camaraderie between all the people. The relationship between Piper and Jake is so sweet, and there's so many times like he will say stuff to her like, you know, my life is great, and you're like the color. I love little remarks like that because again, that just shows you who he is as a character. And of course, if you're a woman reading, or if you're a man reading this, you will be like, oh, that's so sweet. You want that, you know. So I love this book. It's the first book in the series. This is Hyde and Seek, book 1 in the Hyde series by Layla Frost. I highly recommend it. You get both points of view. You got romance, you got spies, you got stalker, you got betrayal, and then you have this huge like family that forms. It's this beautiful story. It's a full-length book. Praise God. You know, it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. So if you like kind of grumpy sunshine romances, then you're totally going to love this book. So I highly recommend Hyde and Seek, book 1 of the Hyde series by Layla Frost. And this is your girl Charlie from Romance in the World. Until next time, people.